Our next speaker works as a social media manager and a social media trainer at the digital marketing agency Jellyfish. She loves to train other professionals on how they can use social media effectively. She spends all day, every day on social media platforms. Please welcome Sarah Kerrigan.
Little interactive opening to my 10 minutes. I'm going to do it very quickly in a slightly different way because you've got no Wi-Fi. But just turn to the person next to you and write down their Twitter username so you can go and follow them later if you can't do it now. Somebody who you don't know. That username should start with @ Okay, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so move on, time got so much time. So by the end of these 10 minutes, I'm hopefully going to share some very, very practical advice with you to try and tested strategies to grow your Twitter following. So these are two strategies that I found to be most successful for me. So these are two strategies that I advise you to now go and do that if you want to grow your Twitter following. Not only a Twitter following, but you can see that an engaged Twitter following. So obviously it's been said, again, by every speaker actually, but it's so important that your following is an engaged one. It's not just about the numbers, there's no point. So I'm not going to talk about the quick and dirty way to get loads of Twitter followers, because they aren't necessarily going to be engaged with you. But if you do, it's very, very straightforward. If you want more Twitter followers, just follow more people. That is the quick and dirty way. It's a numbers game. You know, if you follow 100 people every day, you're going to get more Twitter followers. That's just how it works. There's tools out there to help you do that. Crowdfire, which is what Oshie mentioned earlier, you can follow and unfollow people very easily. It's a free tool. There's Twens. I think you can literally follow strangers, and not even necessarily in your industry, but it will give you those numbers if that's what you want. So there is a quick and dirty way of doing it, but that's not going to be the effective way. As we said, we all want quality over quantity. Anyone agree? Anyone want to do it the quick and dirty way? Raise your hand. Everybody want to do the quality over quantity way? Raise your hands. Okay, fantastic. So, my first strategy, this works really well for me, and it's been touched on, is search for and reply to content that you've read rather than share it, or as well as. But what I mean by that is, you've read an article online, you've read a blog post online to do with your industry, to do with what you're doing, and automatically what most people do is they hit that tweet button and then it gets pushed out to Twitter. Sometimes they don't even edit what the tweet says. So you know, if you're getting 9,000 tweets sent every minute, you've just got all this content being pushed out that looks exactly the same. Nobody's engaging with it, nobody's clicking through to the URL, so it's very, very unappealing. So what I find works fantastically well is instead of just hitting that tweet button to share that piece of content, copy the URL of that blog post or that article that you just read to do with your industry, to do whatever you're interested in, and paste it in the Twitter search bar on Twitter. Because what this is going to do, this will then bring up all the other tweets of everybody else who's already shared that article. So these guys, they've already read the same article as you, they're interested in what you're interested in, they've got an opinion already about that article. This then gives you the option to go and hit that reply button and engage with their tweets. So you hit reply, you've read the article, so you've got an opinion on it, you've got something to say, and instead of pushing out article on your Twitter feed, which is engaging, you're actually making real connections with individual people who are sharing similar content to you. So you can then hit that reply button, hit that like button, and then follow them. And doing those three things, it's very, very likely they're then going to follow you back. And you know that you're going to have a shared interest with them because they've read that same article you read. Does that all make sense? So I find that's a really, really fantastic way of just slowly growing your engaged followers. Every time you read a piece of content, instead of just pushing it out, actually search for it in Twitter, retweet, reply and like and respond to other people who've shared that content. If you want to be really clever, which is what I do, I don't know if anyone's heard of Clout. Yeah. So Clout is a metric, K-L-O-U-T. It's just a metric that people use to measure people's influence on social media. So everybody can sign up to clout.com, it's free, and I'll give you a Clout score. It's a bit of a gamification, it's just a number really to show how much you tweet, how engaged you are. But if somebody's active on Twitter a lot, they'll have a high Clout score. You know, it's going to be in the high 50s or above. So if you get the Clout extension, you can then see, not everyone will have this, I can see everybody's Clout score on Twitter, so I can see how engaged they are. So what I'll do is I'll go to the people who've got the highest Clout score, and those are the people that I'll engage with. Because I know that they're really engaged on Twitter, they're tweeting a lot, and they've got a lot of influence. So those are the kind of connections you want to be making. You know, not just people who tweet once a month and don't really have an engaged following. So that's the kind of slightly more different way of reading and sharing content that's going to get you an engaged following from it. So that's my first strategy. Now on to my second. Take part in tweet chats. Does anyone know what a tweet chat is?
Yep.
So a tweet chat is just a conversation on Twitter, but it's a conversation that you schedule, so it's organised. So we'll say, okay, we're all going to get on Twitter. We could have one here, we could arrange one for next week. We could say, we're all going to meet next week on Twitter at 3 p.m. on Friday, and we're going to have a conversation around a certain hashtag. So we could say, okay, hashtag London City Steps. Next week at Friday, let's all meet and have a conversation. Now these tweet chats are happening all the time. All the time. There's so many of them. And if you find a good one and participate in it weekly or even monthly, once a month is my kind of objective, to at least do one tweet chat a month. It's the best way I've ever found and discovered for getting lots and lots of engaged followers within half an hour. Because everybody who's taken part in that tweet chat follows each other. Everybody who's taken that part in that tweet chat retweets each other, replies to each other. And you make friends online within half an hour because everybody's talking and discussing things. So there are tools that you can use to help you search for these tweet chats. And there's Twubs, which kind of gives you a schedule for all the tweet chats that are happening. So what's that one called? Twubs.
TWBS.
TWUBS, yeah, and yeah, on the end now, there's tweet chat, which means you can actually go on, you can type in the hashtag that the chat is happening around, it means you can participate in them very easily. But what, you can just, again, go to that Twitter search bar and type in Twitter chats, and you'll get them come up. And that one's really good actually, Twitter Smarter, hashtag Twitter Smarter, everybody's sharing Twitter tips, once a week. So go and engage in these, find out, put them in your Google, your calendar, whatever calendar you've got so you get notified, and just give yourself an objective, one tweet chat a month, and that will transform your Twitter presence, I can guarantee it. So, that's it. Oh, and this was just some results. So, I did a little experiment, and you could just see, so my August activity, just to prove to you that so many people get sucked in just pushing out tweets. Visit our website, 20% off, do this, do that. And they're just being pushed out and there's got no engagement whatsoever. I think I'm going to actually stop doing these altogether for a month and just do engagement and just reply to see what those statistics look like. But you can see in August I actually sent more tweets out, more push tweets out in August than September. However, I didn't do any tweet chats and I only replied to 11 people. In September I sent out less tweets, but I sent 24 Twitter chat tweets and I did 37 replies to people. So you can see here, in September I saw a 29% increase in followers. Now you know what, that metric could be a lot better. It's alright, I had an increase. But what's important, what I was really happy about, is that I had 50% increase in retweets, 37% increase in people replying to my tweets, and nearly 70% increase in my impressions, so in my reach. So I did increase my followers, but more importantly, my engagement rate increased significantly. And I've actually made a lot more engagements. So that's it. One, search for content and reply to it. Number two, find a Twitter chat that's going to be useful for you. Awesome.